Yes.
Here we are. Rocking and rolling. And let me get my here. So, welcome everybody. It's John Tyron, and I have the privilege of, I've been looking forward to this all week long. Got an opportunity to interview, and I'm putting it on the screen right now. Claudia Haller, and she's an NBC HWC board certified health and wellness coach. She's also the owner and host of Virtual Health Coaches, which is a community of other fellow board certified health coaches. Well, she's got this webinar coming up next Tuesday. It's going to be at 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific time, which is also 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern time. And so a lot of you that are watching this video are friends of mine, and you're all over the country. A lot of you are all over the world as well, but highly, highly recommend you attend this. And so I'm going to ask Claudia some questions because I was very intrigued by the title here. Make It Yours, 2022, Make It Yours, Health, Wellness, Mindset, Time Management, and the last part I really like, and it's fun. Okay.
Yes.
So how did you come about choosing this title?
Well, I think it really all goes together, right? Like, first of all, the last 2 years were such a roller coaster for all of us. And I feel like we get bombarded with who we should be, how we should show up, what we should do. And I'm just so passionate that we get a chance to do it our way. And so I'm trying to create, or I'm creating with my clients, just visions that work for them. And I want to have fun. I just think life is too short. I don't want to have fun. I don't want people not have fun. And no matter how much we plan and read and educate ourselves, if the mindset's not in the right place, we're not going to get anywhere. So, and if we're not guarding our time, we're also not making progress. So for me, those components are kind of the key ingredients to really be well.
Got it. And so you've been doing this. You've worked with a lot of people this year.
Yes.
And so let me ask you this, because you're in this space of health and wellness. And when people normally think of health and wellness, they're just thinking about, okay, this person's going to teach me how to work out, how to eat properly. And that's really what people hear when they hear, think of health and wellness coach. I think what people miss is the wellness part, right? And I know that you do so much more than diet and exercise. So tell us what you do as a health and wellness coach.
When people come to me, then usually it is the weight. Either I feel overweight or I don't have energy, and it's kind of those are the symptoms. But what they think is like success is not for them. What I believe in is that wellness is just so many layers. By the time people come to me, like they have kind of collapsed. But to work on all these layers, to put them back together, and it is diet, it is exercise, but it is really finding what's important to them and what makes them tick and what is fun for them, and then making those habits that we all know we should probably put in place like smoothly for them to their days. Like I am not prescribing white knuckling processes where people have to do what I tell them to do and it just doesn't fit into their day. It has to be working into their days, into their personalities, so that it sticks with them, and then we can start building. And I've worked with people who felt like there was nothing left for them. So it's depends where they're at, but we can always make progress, and it's really exciting.
Yeah. And so it's not just about, the health, the weight, the outward appearance stuff is what I'm hearing you say is just a symptom. And so what you do is you get into the root cause of the challenge that this person's going through, and you help them work through that. And so,
Right.
The amount of people that you work through this year, what do you see are the top 3 challenges that people personally have going into 2022? And that's the first part of the question. And second part is, how are you going to help them in this webinar?
The challenges, I think, are really mostly pandemic related. I feel like a lot of anxiety, a lot of like really being not mentally well. Like I said, they feel like success is not for them. And just a lot of us have adapted really bad eating habits, right, or drinking habits during this pandemic. So to really kind of believe again what's possible for them and where they want to be, and then create a plan to get them there to. And it doesn't have to be difficult. Like we all feel like it, or a lot of people feel like it's so hard to be well, and it's really not. I One of the probably the biggest things that I'm working on is making it simple and practical. If it's difficult, people don't want to do it. And nobody wants to sign up for the program of no sugar, no alcohol, no fun ever. Right? Like we want to have a good life. And so
That's not
there
me.
is a way to
I
do
don't
that.
want to sign up for that program. I don't want to sign up for that program.
I don't offer it. I don't have it.
And so without giving everything away, I mean, what are some of the key benefits that people are going to get or receive by attending this webinar?
What I'm really passionate about is creating a space where people can actually take a minute and think about, what do I really want? And a lot of people don't even know that in the beginning, but once we get there, what do I really want for 2022? What do I want? Not what somebody else wants for me, not what people think I should be. Have that in place, and take a minute to really focus on what's important to you. What needs to fit into your life? And so at the end of the webinar, I want all participants to have a vision of where they want to be, and I give them really simple action steps and ideas for habits where they can get there consistently, breaking it down per month, per week, per day. And if they can commit to even just 20 minutes in the morning to set themselves up, they will not be where they are today. There's no way.
Yeah. And so, a lot of you that are watching this right now on the live stream, and you're going to see the recording later if you're whichever pool that you're fitting in. I mean, very rarely do I bring on another coach and interview them and endorse their webinar. And so it's like, why am I endorsing this webinar? It's because I've had a chance to look at your material, had a chance to get to know you, and it's like the amount of stuff that you're going to bring to the table on this webinar and the amount of change you're going to help with a lot of people going into 2022. I just have to endorse you. So as you can see, I'm actually going to the event. I already got my ticket, and so the event link is in the video. Go and get registered for this webinar. I think it's going to be limited to 100 people. And so you want to get your ticket right away because we're counting it down, and there's already lots and lots of people that are registered. And so definitely click on the link, get your ticket, start laying out your questions that you're going to have because I like the narrative here. It's like, everybody this time of the year is going, man, this was a great year, high five, I did a great job. And then other people are like, man, if you look back on all the goals that you had December of last year going into 2021, you're either going to look back excited or you're going to look back and go, shit. You know what? Next year's going to be better. This is going to be the year, man. And it's my experience over 31 years of working with coaches that unless I have somebody to hold me accountable, I'm not going to play at the highest level possible. So highly recommend you attend the webinar. Get a chance to know Claudia, check her out on LinkedIn, check out her website, and share it with those that you care about. Got the holiday coming up, Christmas is tomorrow. So share this with the people that you care about. They can be anywhere in the world. It's going to be on a Zoom call. So highly recommend it. Go out and make it happen. Thank you so much for your time, Claudia. I appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to attending your webinar next week.
I'm excited. Thank you so much for having me, John.
You bet.